Welcome to Transforming the Toddler Years, a Core 4 parenting podcast for conscious, cycle-breaking parents ready to turn toddler tantrums into teachable moments. Hi, I'm Cara Tyrrell, a lifetime lover of littles, mom to 2 grown and flown girls, and an early childhood educator. Through the show, I teach you my collaborative parenting methodology for nurturing your little human's mind, body, and spirit. Because how you connect and collaborate in the first 5 years is how you raise happy, healthy kids who grow into the best version of themselves and find true success in school and life. Welcome back to the Transforming the Toddler Years show. Today, I am doing a book review, and I don't do these very often unless I have the actual author of the book on the show. But I go to the local library occasionally and look at the new books that are coming through that are targeted at our toddlers and our preschoolers. And I have to be honest with you, I've been blown away in the last 6 months with the quality of the messaging. You know, there were years where it was just on repeat, kind of our seasonal messages to our kids. And now it's less about what we are moving towards, right? In the fall, it would be going back to school. And then in the summer, it would be for summer vacation. And in the winter, all the activities. We're less about that and more about character and value and emotional intelligence. And I'm loving the transition because here on the show, and if you follow any of my work, any of my writing, or if you've been to any of my professional development workshops for parents and early educators, you know that I'm all about raising the human being in the home and at school and arming them with the skills that they need to confidently navigate both settings. And so this idea of raising human beings is just so ingrained in me as I watched my girls become that human, that adult who walked out into the world and said, here I am, let's see what this journey will do and where it will take me. So I found this short, beautiful book. It's called I Am Human. And it is a book of empathy by Susan Verde, art by Peter H. Reynolds. And the simplicity of that title, and yet the complexity of what it implies, are so deep. We are humans raising other humans. And very often what happens is based on the true nature of your child, that unique human that you brought into the world, they get put in oppositional buckets. Oh, such a good baby, such an easy baby, versus, oh, this is a wild one, such a challenging little human, right? Those are really segregated too far away on the spectrum of character and humanness. And so I love this book for the way it weaves through who we are, how we're engaging with the world, what we can expect of ourselves, and what we can expect of others. So I'm going to read it to you. And I highly recommend you grabbing it because it is beautiful to look at as well. I Am Human, a book of empathy. I was born a miracle, one of billions, but unique. I am human. I am always learning. I'm finding my way and choosing my path on this incredible journey. I have big dreams. I see possibility. I have endless curiosity. I make discoveries. I have a feeling of wonder. I am amazed by nature. I have a playful side. I find joy in friendships. I am human. But being human means I'm not perfect. I make mistakes. I can hurt others with my words, my actions, and even my silence. I can be hurt too. I can be fearful of things I don't yet understand and timid to try something new. I have a heavy heart when I feel sadness. I am human. But then I remind myself that because I am human, I can make choices. I can move forward. A poor choice can become a better choice with thoughtfulness. A bad day can become a great day with kindness. I can act with compassion and lend a helping hand. I can treat others with equality and be fair. I can choose not to fight, but instead to listen and find common ground. I can say, I'm sorry, and ask for forgiveness. I am human, one of billions, but unique. I am not alone. I am connected to my friends, to my family, to the world. We are humans together. And I will keep trying to be the best version of me. I am full of hope. I am human. Please support this amazing author and illustrator, Susan Verde and Peter H. Reynolds, by getting your very own copy of this book. I will have the link in the show notes. How many deep breaths and mindset shifts did you have while I was reading that story? And how often did you think, like I did, this is not just about my child. This is me. More than anything, if you get one thing from this podcast episode today, I want you to walk away realizing you are human, which means you are not perfect and you will make mistakes and you will need to communicate to your child. I am sorry. That is not how I meant those words to come out. I made a mistake. I made you this promise, but unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to keep it today. Can you forgive me? And can we agree that that activity can happen another day? Show your humanness. When we walk into parenting, holding the belief that has been somehow perpetuated for us generation to generation, like this ugly snowball that just keeps gaining momentum, that we are supposed to be the perfect model, we set ourselves up we do not set ourselves up for success. When we walk into that space thinking that it's time for us to always be perfect, we set ourselves up for failure. We just do. And then when we don't perform the way we feel like we want to and be the best parent possible for our child, then we feel like we let ourselves down and our kids down. And can you feel how that mental state kind of influences everything else? But when you have these belief systems, sometimes I will be wrong with my words. Sometimes I will not be right with my actions. Sometimes I will need to take ownership of my choices, but know that my choices can turn into better ones, and we can do this together. And every time we look at each other and say, I forgive you, and can we try again? We are modeling what it means to be a human in this world. I know that when you read the book, listen to the book, hear me talk about my views on it, it can seem kind of utopic, right? Oh, that sounds like a really beautiful place to be. But how on earth will I ever get there? It seems so hard, the journey to get there. And I'm not going to discount that. It's not easy to look at your crying child who is feeling intense disappointment because the plan has suddenly changed. and say, I'm sorry. I thought this was possible today, but it's actually not. But it's worth it. Because what you're doing is telling them the truth. You're not sugarcoating. You're not adding. Oh, the urge to add. Well, since we can't do this today, when we go, we'll also do this. Or if we're not able to do this today, I'll go buy you that. Right? The urge to add, the urge to soothe with exterior stuff is so intense. And I know it. I know it. But when you can just tap into your humanness, your fallacies, your oopses, and share that raw, vulnerable moment with your kids, they learn it's okay to be like this. It's okay to feel these feelings. It's okay to tell somebody, I made a mistake. That is what you really want to teach them. And you're well on your way. If you're someone who sits and listens to podcasts about collaborative parenting, about inviting your children into the world of parenting with you, knowing that you are a team and you're on this mission and this journey together, I just value and respect that so, so much. If you're looking for some strategies specifically around moving transitions, because that can really trigger your kids, you may know by now, but if not, I have a transition tips guide. Just grab it in the show notes, and that will give you 4 steps with some of these mantra feels and some of these belief system shifts, and then also some actionable science-based strategies for how to move from one place to another without all the drama, without all the tears. I hope you grab the guide and that you continue to understand at its base, at its core, you are humans raising humans, and it is hard, important, wonderful, rewarding work. Until our next episode, stay mindful and proactive as we transform the toddler years.